Let's get down to business then. Let's get started. Arsenal. This time last year, top of the league. Now, 6th, 16 points off the leaders. Have they gone backwards over the last year?
Yes, you're going to have to say yes. It looked like that Arsenal now is a team that looks to finish 4th, which is, when you think about Arsenal, that's not what you look for. You want to try to battle to make sure that you can win the title. We all know what happened here last year, and they're going to have to prove today that they can eventually beat a big team. But having said that, they need to defend better. Defending better doesn't always mean that you have to talk only about the back four. It has to be a team effort. Everybody talks about the back four and about Mertesacker, but do they have the right protection also to make sure that they can defend better, and especially here today?
We'll talk more about that in a moment, but you said that the ambition now is the top 4. You spoke about the fans in the week of the Ballon d'Or. You said some of the treatment of Arsene Wenger has been out of order. But can you understand their frustration? Should they expect more of Arsenal than a side just going for that top 4?
Yes, of course, but not only them. The players should expect more and do more. I'm sure Arsene wants more, the board. But it was more the way that it happened. That's what I was referring to is, you can be upset. Obviously, Arsenal losing against Stoke City doesn't go down well with the fans, and it's just the way they went on, to Arsene, and the word they used. But I do understand that obviously you want Arsenal to do better, and that wasn't good enough on the day. It's just the way they did it that wasn't right for me.
OK, so you've talked about the defending. I mean, the Arsenal side, the year before you left, Champions League final. How far of this team, this Arsenal side, from getting back to that level and competing at the top once again?
They're not far. They are not far, but they're missing a big piece. They're missing a Patrick Vieira. They're missing a Gilberto Silva. And by saying that, I'm not attacking anyone, but those guys would have done anything for us to allow us, the front 4, the front 2, or the front 3, however you want to call it. They would have done anything to allow us to perform well. Protect the back 4 and protect us also as soon as we lose the ball. And I think that do Arsenal have that now? I don't think so. It's easy, for example, to have a go at Mertesacker, but you can always say also, does he have the right protection, like I said before? It is a team effort, and I don't think they have that now, and that's vital. Graeme can say that. He used to play in that position. That position is one of the most, if not the most important in the team, especially when you want to have guys like Sanchez on the side and guys that are good on the ball, basically. You need to have a protection, a guy that is going to stay there at all costs, whatever it is.
You agree with that, Graeme? Is that what they're lacking?
I've been saying it for years about Arsenal. I think they're a near miss. I think some of their football, when they're on the front foot, is everything you would want. They create chances, score goals, they get you on the edge of your seat. But they're too easy to play against, Ed. When things are not going well for them, they've got a midfield that only has the fast-forward gear. They don't get back into positions quick enough. There's no one. I said before when we were talking about this, a very simple way to solve, for me, a large part of Arsenal's problems is say to one, if maybe 2 in the big games, your central midfield players, today, do not go in front of the ball. Just be supporting the ball all the time until we see how the game pans out. If we score a few goals, you can then be a bit more adventurous. But Arsenal, historically, and I say historically because this is not just this year's problem. This has been going back 5, 6, 7 years. They're too easy to play against. When the game turns and you're not on the front foot, you're not dominating the ball, their midfield players are still all over the place. And it's simple, there's no rocket science in football. All you're talking about is your 2 centre-backs that are constantly being confronted by situations where they're having to step out. Centre-backs want to be holding each other's hands. They feel comfortable as long as they're together. The minute one goes, the other one starts to feel vulnerable. And the centre-backs at Arsenal consistently are confronted with that situation where they've got midfield players and strikers running at them and they're having to step out and confront it. And I'm a fan of Arsenal because I think they're a real near miss. But as well as being a fan, they frustrate the life out of me. because you see it time and time again. Another thing I'd like to say about Arsenal, which you can't say, I don't think, yet, is,
Let me know.
you know, would you be disappointed with any of those players coming home with your daughter? They're a team of son-in-laws. Son-in-laws.
Is that your way of saying they're too nice?
There's no rascals there. There's no nice guys. They're all nice guys. It's like,
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I can't say that.
we'll see it today. We'll see it today. My daughters might not be too happy about it, but you'll see it today. When they concede a goal, watch the reaction. If they concede a goal today, watch the reaction to the players. Do they fall out with each other? Do they ever fall out with opposition? I just see them as a group of really nice guys who are really, really lovely footballers, good on eye to watch. But are they going to win the big trophies being like that? I don't think so.
that
All the
happen?
great teams have rascals.
I was going to say, just the teams that win, your team that won, you're not a united group, or do you have that confrontation?
Always, every day, every second. That's how it was. I mean, how many times I argued with Patrick argued with Jens Lehmann or Sol Campbell or Dennis Bergkamp or whatever, and I'm sure it was the same at your time at Liverpool. It's just normal. That's how it is. You're gonna argue with yourself. You're gonna argue with the ball. You're gonna argue with the ref. That's how it is because you want to win and you want to perform for your team. And we saw it as a normal thing. Then the game was over. Let's go and eat or not or whatever. We had to perform as a team, and to find the right balance. That's something that's not easy in the game nowadays. And we all have to agree that Arsenal, when they go forward, it's amazing. They have some of the best offensive midfielders in the Premier League. Now, when they lose the ball, are you well equipped to make sure that you're not going to concede a counter, or you can stop a play, or you can get in someone's face sometime? That's something that is not there yet, and that is why I think they do struggle to beat big teams in this league.